US President Donald Trump has told Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that he must permanently end the war in the Gaza Strip.
Now, according to an Israeli TV report, Trump had a tense 40-minute phone call with Netanyahu, stating that the Witkoff framework, that's a 60-day war pause in exchange for half of the Hamas-held hostages, would be insufficient. The US President reportedly told the Israeli Prime Minister that ending the Gaza war would facilitate progress in nuclear talks with Iran, as well as normalization talks with Saudi Arabia.
According to the reports, Trump rejected the idea of attacking Iran as the White House explores negotiating with Tehran for its nuclear program in return for easing sanctions. Meanwhile, in an interview with Bloomberg News, US Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee said that Washington is no longer pursuing the goal of an independent Palestinian state. Huckabee was asked if a Palestinian state remains a goal of US foreign policy, and he replied, "I don't think so."
Now, Huckabee also suggested that a piece of land could be carved out of a Muslim country rather than asking Israel to make room. Furthermore, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said that there has been significant progress in efforts to secure the release of remaining hostages in Gaza, but that it was too soon to raise hopes that a deal would be reached.
There is significant progress. I think it is too soon to raise hopes, but we are working non-stop in these times, and all times, and hope that we can progress.
However, according to the Times of Israel, an Arab official familiar with the hostage negotiations has said there hasn't been a major development in efforts to secure a deal, and Netanyahu is expressing public optimism to spook ultra-Orthodox lawmakers against voting to dissolve the coalition.
Meanwhile, the Gaza Civil Defense Agency has said that 15 people have been killed as Israeli forces fired at people trying to enter a food distribution center, while Israel's military acknowledged firing warning shots.
Furthermore, humanitarian convoy arrived in Libya after driving from Algeria and crossing to Tunisia as part of a journey aimed at reaching the Gaza Strip to break Israel's blockade. The convoy is made up of at least 1,500 people, including activists and supporters from Algeria and Tunisia, with more expected to join from Libya. They plan to reach Gaza via Egypt's Rafah crossing, traveling by cars and buses.
Swedish campaigner Greta Thunberg returned to Sweden after she was deported from Israel, following the Israeli Navy's intervention to prevent her and other pro-Palestinian activists from sailing to Gaza.
Thank you.
On arrival at the airport in Paris, 22-year-old Thunberg accused Israel of kidnapping 12 activists in international waters and taking them against their will to Israel.
On international waters, we were illegally attacked and kidnapped by Israel and taken against our will to Israel, where we were detained, and then some of us deported, some are still there. There are very big uncertainties because it was quite chaotic and uncertain, so I don't really know what's going on. I haven't had a phone for many days.